do a short recap on James Chung's Hemohim presentation. He is an amazing dietitian, I guess, nutritionist from Singapore, Atomy. And what he talked about.
I'm sorry, Teresa, you're on mute. Somehow, can you do it again? Essie, maybe
Sure.
you can start again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I do, yes.
This is weird. Oh, okay. Okay, so I'm going to do a quick summary on Hemohim based on James Chung's. He's the Sharon Rose Master from Atomy, Singapore. He is a dietitian or nutritionist from Singapore. And what I learned from him is way more than what I have learned before. Like everybody knows, and I learned that Hemohim awakens our immunocytes. And we know that Hemohim, based on what we have learned, that Hemohim stands for hemo is hemoglobin, H is for hematogenesis, and I is for immune system, and M is for the modulation. We know that Hemohim, that it will modulate our immune system. If it is over active, then it will tone down. If the immune system is under, then it will help us to boost up. And Hemohim comes in like it's a food supplement that will help ourselves, help our own body to be strong enough to fight. And that is the beauty of it. And Hemohim, we already know that it got the patent from the FDA that it can improve anti-cancer activities and immune response and the hematopoiesis of the body and protecting the body from oxidative damage. And that is one of the key things that Hemohim is known for. From the website, we can see that Hemohim will improve our NK cells vitality, enhance the cytokine production, and it will also enhance the immunity, and it will help with the immunocyte vitality. We see that, we saw it, but honestly, I have no clue what that means. What do it mean by improve the NK cells vitality? What does it mean by enhanced cytokine production? Like, we don't know. So with James Chung, he actually was able to explain to us why this happened. And with what he told, like from his presentation, he told us that Hemohim actually, through the making of it, was able to produce 3 important ingredients, and it's the chlorogenic acid, the notochanin, and the peoniflorin. And these 3 important ingredients that separated from the herbs that was being during the production of Hemohim totally differs from what we have known from the Chinese way of brewing herbs. We normally thought like we just put the herbs together and then we'll brew it into a hot soup and then we consume it, and people will worry about the herbs on the process of it, that it will have toxins in it. And Hemohim doesn't, because of Carrie's high technology. Like during the production, after it was brewed, it was able to extract out the most important ingredient out and then leave all those toxins behind. And James Chung also talked about that some people, like about 30 to 40 people, will experience some so-called side effects, but he said it's actually not side effects. It's actually a healing effect when our body is trying to prepare to accept Hemohim. So some people will get headaches, some people will get breakouts and diarrhea, etc. And those are all healing effects of Hemohim while it's preparing our body. And I'm going to skip to this. And with Hemohim, like learning about immunity, to learn about Hemohim, we need to know about how our immunity works. 80% of our immunity begins in our digestive system, and our guts is our second brain. And digestion is completed by good bacteria in the gut, and ingesting probiotic can help to replenish. And all of these, our immune system within our gut can be damaged if we have a bad lifestyle, like bad eating habits. So inside our guts, actually in the system, you can actually see this. These are like in here, the green thing, this is the villi within our inside our guts. When it's healthy, you can see the little houses there. Those are the houses for the probiotics. And then, however, because of bad eating habits, stress, or illnesses, the villi actually will get inflamed and inflamed to the point that it can no longer house probiotics. So sometimes, like, I didn't know that why some of my friends told me they have gut problem, they have problems with their digestions, and then when I suggested them with probiotics, they can't not. They tell me that there is no effect. Probiotics cannot help them, and I was wondering why, because I know probiotics should help them with their symptoms. Now I understand why, after what James Chung explained. It was because the villi has been damaged to the point that the whole terrain is so crooked that it can no longer house probiotics. So Hemohim is actually very, very crucial to help us to rebuild our immune system, because with James' presentation, I knew that there are medical studies, clinical studies that you can Google up of what Hemohim did, that Hemohim can actually rebuild the terrain of our villi, and that is the key thing. So, and then I'm just going to skip to the last one. Okay, just in short. So how does Hemohim work? With the three important ingredients that I briefly mentioned, chlorogenic acid will repair the damaged villi in the leaky guts. So it will increase the NK cells vitality and supports the bile and the liver function. And the second important ingredient of notochanin will support the body's anti-inflammatory response. Okay, and he also mentioned about how the reason why our gut is a second brain is because our guts, the notochanin, will actually help us to send signals to the brain, so that our brain will be able to send signals to our whole immune system to fight if there's anything. However, if our gut is compromised because the villi is damaged, that it no longer can send out the signals, that's why our body is out of whack. We cannot have a good, like a strong immune system to help our body. And notochanin will help us to help with the anti-inflammatory. And the pionaflorin has the powerful immunoregulatory effects that help the body to regulate. So this is how the adjusting of, if it's overactive, then it will tone down. If it's like under, then it will boost up, okay? And it will also help with the body's metabolic syndrome. So this is a short recap on James Chung's Hemohim.